Can we avoid them? I think we can avoid them. I think using the kind of methodology I just described, where you kind of let the material emerge, if you like in a kind of artistic process. I think sometimes that can help a lot with that. So I had no idea I was going to do something on gesture and Mickey Rooney,
Yes.
And if I'd started with the idea of the actor's gesture or the star persona or something like that, maybe that would have been the way round, the risky way around that you're describing. But I would say that sometimes it's quite good to experiment with the risk. So I made an essay recently, within the last 12 months, that got published in the journal Nexus, and it's a video called Carnal Locomotive. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's one of the... I do this kind of video quite often where I have a piece of film footage that I usually just allow to run, usually in slow motion, but it runs, I don't edit it, apart from maybe slowing it down and maybe changing the soundtrack, which are quite big edits. But then sometimes that piece of footage suggests some words to me, sometimes my own words, but more often quotations. And they're not necessarily quotations I'm aware of before. They kind of emerge again in this process of collage. But in a way, you could say, if you watch Carnal Locomotive, that the mixture of images and words is perhaps tipped in the direction of the words, or at least that the words are literally imposed on the image. But I kind of think that that's interesting, and it doesn't necessarily mean I'm telling you what to think. In a way, because the image is moving, because these words are moving, they're not just on a page, they're part of a mise-en-scène, a moving mise-en-scène, that there's a kind of interesting relationship between the imposition or the superimposition of text and ideas onto moving images. So sometimes even taking the risk and turning it on its head or exploring it can be fun with this kind of work.